Hello and welcome back to the ContenTable tutorial series. In this episode we're going to talk about serializing our content. So we've finally done it. We've done all of the setup necessary to run ContenTable. Now it's finally time to actually make our content. So before I begin, I want to acknowledge one little change I made to to our spreadsheet. I appended building/building HQ to the front here. I forgot that ContenTable by default will export to a subfolder that is the same name as your sheet. And we'll talk more about how to change where the content goes, where the scriptable objects are exported to in a later video. But for the time being, just understand that I made that change. Oh, and one more thing that I realized while making this tutorial is that I accidentally wrote factory here when the actual type is industry. So yeah, we're going to change that real quick. So industry. Hang on. Industry. So I'm sure many of you were raising an eyebrow at that. So okay, so now that that's fixed, right. I mentioned this previously. Excel does not like to share, so make sure you close that. All right. So to serialize our content, we're going to click the button that says serialize, obviously. And this will bring up the serialization menu, or the serialization confirmation menu, or the confirm changes menu. What this is going to show is all of the changes that are going to be made to the files, because ContenTable only makes the changes as necessary. And so since this is the first time we're generating our scriptable objects, all of the old values are going to be null. And you can see the values that are supposed to be there on this side. The Confirm Changes menu allows you to view all the changes that are going to be applied to your content when you click the Confirm button. So each column shows this is the file that is going to be confirmed, and if the file exists, you can actually click this. This is the button, and it'll highlight it down here. I'll show that later when we actually have have the files generated. This column shows the field that the value is being written to. This is the old value, which is null because the content doesn't exist yet. And this column is going to be the new values that are going to be written into the field listed here. And you can also specify which changes you want to make. So let's do this one, because this is a nullable field. I suppose this is also nullable, so I'll just do those. And then to confirm, you just hit confirm. And there you have it. And you can see down here, we have our content. And if no, that's not the one. If I do this one, you can see the ones that I didn't confirm have no value set. Well, I suppose this one is still an array of size 0, but the name ID is not filled, as you can see. And anyway, so that is how you serialize content. But there's more to it than just that, because we also need to talk about batch serialization. So I'll be back in just a second. I'm going to make a second sheet with some content in it to demonstrate how this works. All right, I'm back. So just for simplicity's sake, I decided to make another sheet of buildings, creatively called Other Buildings. And we have a tower and we have a farm. So I'm going to close this. And I've already taken the liberty of configuring this sheet as well. So let's talk about batch serialization. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to delete these just to help illustrate what's going on here. So let's talk about batch serialization. So you may have noticed this little checkbox right next to the sheet selection buttons. And what this does is clicking this opts it in to batch serialization. What batch serialization is it will serialize multiple sheets sequentially. And so it works just like serialization. Once you've configured all of the sheets, you just click the boxes of the content you want to serialize, click batch serialize, and there you have it. So you see building HQ and building lab and tower and farm. So all of them are present. So we just go ahead and confirm. And you can see buildings are here, and then we have other buildings. And what's really cool is that it can link these even though this did not exist beforehand. So you don't have to run it more than once to cross-link stuff between sheets. You just run it once and it works. Anyway, so I did promise that I was going to demonstrate the selection thing. So if I try to serialize this sheet again, you click here and you can see right there it will highlight the content. And that's all there is to the serialization and the confirm serialization dialog, or confirm changes dialog, excuse me. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye.